Happy birthday from Gulf Shores, Alabama. As if I needed reminding. My birthday was Sunday, and you know, Jeff, all great people are born in March. Yep. Just kidding. No, I'm not. So, okay. I want to send you all my love and tell you that I miss you. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. And in sharing a funny story, okay, the funniest story I can remember about you was actually having to deal with a healing in my life. A time when I was in transition and going through healing, and I showed up at your house where I worked with you and Alina. I think it was a day that we had off, though. I don't think we were working that day. I think that, yeah, it was probably either after hours or something because Alina hadn't gotten home yet. And that's what I remember about this. And I was having one of those days where you just can't take another breath. You need human compassion and help to get past whatever it is you're going through. And I showed up at your front door. Now, many of you would never believe this now, knowing Jeff. But there was a time when Jeff had a difficult time showing physical compassion to people through hugs, things like that. And especially women, you know, because, you know, it's a tough road, a tough line to walk. You got to do it appropriately and, you know, things like that. But he was at home this particular day, and I showed up, and I was just going through it, and I was at my brink of breaking down when he opened the door. And as he opened the door, the floodgates just let loose, and I started bawling my head off, and he was like the only person there. So I threw my arms around him and just cried in his chest. And Jeff was so funny. He stood there with his arms at his side like a toy soldier, just very stiff. What do I do? Oh my God, this woman has got her arms around me. And I don't think at that point in his life he'd ever been touched by anybody but Alina. And he just didn't know what to do. He didn't know, should I hug her back? What do I do? I think he either took my arms off his neck or I let go of him, one of the two. But I just wish there had been a video camera going because it was hysterical to see his reaction to it. Of course, you know, as he got to know me better and better, he knew it was just I needed that human compassion at that moment. But it was so funny, his reaction to it. So that's a funny thing I remember. I also remember being on the platform at ECF, Evangel Christian Fellowship. And we were actually at the old church, and we were doing a number, some kind of ministry skit that we had put together. And I won't say skit, we did miming. Of course, I think back then you still wore makeup on your face and stuff, but we had a dance choreographed, and I was 6 months pregnant, and I was doing fuetes on the stage. And I remember the audience, I won't say the audience, congregation gasping at it. And then Pastor Shirley coming to Jeff because he was the leader of the group at the time, and talking to him about me. And she was, you know, God bless her, Pastor Shirley. She was very astute at communicating her thoughts and feelings, inappropriate or not. And she let Jeff know that I needed to cover my chest more. Because when you're pregnant, things show more, you know what I mean? And so he had to communicate it to me, but he didn't know how. And I just remember him walking back with Alina, you know, and saying things to me about trying to stumble over his words to tell me, they need you to cover yourself more. I was wearing a white shirt and everything, and I guess I wasn't covered enough underneath. to hide certain things. And of course, Alina just came out and said, "Girl, you got to do this because Pastor Shirley's throwing a fit." Well, Pastor Shirley kind of threw a fit about a lot of things, but that's okay. It was funny, the expression on your face, Jeff, at that moment. How do I say this to somebody, you know? But you did a good job. I guess those are really the funniest things. Maybe our time at the Gay Pride Parade, ministering there, and the gay guys walking up, not clothed really well, painted in certain areas, and one guy looking really big and buff, and us being not knowing, are we going to get attacked because we're ministering God out here? And just the look on Jeff's face as I stood up there and did some prophetic singing, and this big guy coming in with his friends up to us, and just seeing him like brace himself just in case. It was kind of funny. But funny enough, God, you know, of course, intervened, and Holy Spirit hit him, and the guy just walked up and sat down. I think, Alina, you ended up ministering to him in the end, but those are some funny memories I have. But anyways, God's also shared with me, Jeff, for you this year, that you're going to have a year of your prophetic words coming to pass. He's also going to be chipping away at you like a gem, carving a few more facets in you. And this is going to be a bumpy ride this year. So you need to put on your spiritual seatbelt, because it's going to be like a roller coaster, but it's going to be a fun roller coaster. And things you're going to see in the end are going to be amazing. And, well, you're just going to have a great year. So I love you, bro. And I only have one more thing to say to you, and this is it. Stink eye. Bye. Happy birthday.